So today, like, it's been great because I did not draw that. I actually just colored that in, and I've been working on it for at least 20 minutes, and it's really great. And this is our beautiful, wonderful tree, and I really like it. I really like the smell of it because it smells. Whoa. Excuse me. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing, and I showed you guys. Why are these things out? I don't get it. But yeah, I was gonna close this. So today it was really crazy because I did not want to go to school today because I didn't feel good, and it was too crazy. And so it was kind of And today I want you to read a part of Stephen King's book called, which one is it? It's called, sorry guys, it's really hard to hold this camera. Got scoot back here. So it looks like this, and I'm a huge fan of Stephen King, and this is Everything Eventual, 14 Dark Tales, and I'm going to find the most creepiest part, and I'm going to find you it. Maybe it's this one. Hold on. Okay, I found it. It's the chapter called A Man in the Black Suit. So, it's technically about this guy, and I think he's trying to, say, well, I think it's Slenderman, but he says it's the demon or whatever, the boy thinks it is. And whoever hasn't read this yet, if you are, under the age of, 12, I do not recommend this book because there's a bunch of swears in it. And it's probably very violent for you. And, I've read a lot of it. I'm not done with it yet. Now, I finished one book, and it's called, what was it called? It was called, It. And it's about a clown who comes out of the sewer. Sorry, kids, to scare you. But, yeah. So that's what happens. And if you have watched the trailer, I've watched the movie, it's pretty scary as hell. So, oh my god, I can't find it now. Hold on. So, technically, I'll just tell you what happens. So, his mom says, oh, the devil comes, and, well, the boy does that, and then he says, oh, your mom has died because she's allergic to bees, and a bunch of bees came in and killed her. And so, I didn't know if they had EpiPens back then, or something, and so, the boy was like, no, it can't be, and then, because then he knew that devil, demons or whatever, make up lies, and so, he didn't know if it was, real or if this was an actual thing. And then the demon dude, or I think I'm getting this right. I think the demon or whatever, dressed up as someone. And, yeah. So, and then, I think the boy runs away, and the boy is actually out fishing, and he is, and then he runs in the woods. I'm kind of thinking this is Slenderman or something. And then, and then I think he finds his mom. I'm not really sure. But, it's really freaky. And, yeah, it's kind of disgusting. Because there's, like, one part where I think someone, like... Oh, and then there's this other book by Stephen King. It's called The Green Mile. And it's about these guys that, like, are in, like, the death row, I should say. And they're, like, in, they're, like, in these, like, jail cells. And these, like, guys, and I forgot who was in the movie. I think it was the person who played, Forrest Gump. And, anyway, so they're on death row, and this guy who, like, so I think it was his mom or something had, like, cancer, and so he, like, sucks up all, like, these bees or whatever, flies, and then he gets it, and he feels it, and then he coughs them back up. And so he helps this woman, apparently, and spoiler, oh, I should have said that before, and so she lives, I think, and then this guy is, like, before that, he's, like, accused of killing these two girls when really it wasn't him, and so they put him on death row. And this guy, oh my god, it was so disgusting. It's basically where they put people in an electric chair and shock them, and oh my god, I'm just spoiler, I'm gonna heads up, this is nasty. So, the guy, not that, that guy, because he was black, respect all people, and this one dude, not him, and and they were getting the electric chair ready for him, and so he was in the electric chair, right? He wet, and they didn't wet the sponge for some reason, like, I remember what my mom said, but this is when I was, like, 13 and watching this, like, I'm 14, but, yeah, so I watched it, and it was really nasty, and the guy, when they, like, put the electric, like, it was so nasty, and I'm not gonna really tell you it, but his whole body, like, shook, and, like, I don't really remember it now, but I think his eyeball, like, exploded from his eye. And all these people that came and watched him, and it was horrific and disgusting, and I do not want to know why people watch, like, so, I saw this movie one time, and I'm, like, a horror fanatic, and I will watch any horror movie. Have you guys seen Saw? Leave down in the comments. I've watched one episode of that, not one episode, but, like, one, yeah, I guess you could say, like, one movie, and, like, it was nasty. And then Netflix deleted it. I was like, come on, I was going to watch the second movie, and you deleted it? Like, my God. And then I watched Chucky 1, 2, and 3. I think there's, like, 4 or something. And I watched those. And then my friend, who's, like, terrified of watching horror movies, and I'm like, didn't you just watch a horror movie? And I was just like, okay. And me and my friend were watching The Shining, also from Stephen King. That's a really good one. It's kind of creepy. It's about a psycho killer who, technically, like, goes crazy and tries to kill his family. And then they're in, like, this hotel on a mountain. And he, like, yeah, he turns psycho. And then his like, son or whatever has this, like, thing where he can, like, through his mind, and he can, like, think through people's minds and stuff, and he wrote on the door red rum, which if you spell that backwards, like, he spelled it backwards on the door, and, like, because his mom walked in and it said red rum, he kept saying that, and so backwards it says murder, and so he knew that his dad was gonna, like, kill someone. And if you guys have watched the movie, you know that there's 2 Korean girls and, like, walking down the hall. That freaking scared the bleep out of me. And as soon as I saw that, I ran out of the room the first time, because Stephen King is such a great, like, author, and I look up to him, and so when I'm writing my horror stories that I like writing, he gives me inspiration, so I look up to him, and I really like how he writes, and he's just, like, my spirit animal, I guess you could say, and he's one person I look up to. So if you guys don't like horror, or you can click away from this video. And because I love horror stories. Like, I love horror. I just don't like when people get stabbed and stuff. I just don't like any of that. But I just love horror movies. And my sister Robin, she likes horror movies, but she says she's not scared. Like, I forgot what was the horror movie. I think it was called Mama. And it was about this ghost who comes to the floor. Excuse me. Keep burping. I had burritos for lunch today. Anyway, so what am I talking about? Oh yeah, the girl from so Mama comes to the floor, and she technically, when she was like still alive or something, she like fell off a mountain with her child, and then she wanted live children, so she picked up the live child, threw her down the hill, and then kept her as her own. Really, it was such a cliffhanger though. So there you guys go. That's my horrific story about how I love horror stories, and that I am 14, and that you guys can subscribe, like, and share. And also, what was I gonna say? Oh, and have a good day, have a good night, wherever you live. Well, that's okay. I love you all, and bye.